Hey YouTube, I am Jax Colin. Okay, I just got finished watching the Republican debate, the last one before Super Tuesday, and I got to admit, it was pretty good, some pretty good back and forth. I officially hate both John McCain and Mitt Romney, of course. McCain, he was on the attack the whole time, but the thing I hate about his attacks is when he gets attacked on his positions on stuff, when it's his turn to talk, he doesn't address those. He just kind of return attacks with stuff in Romney's record that's hypocritical. And he also uses a lot of rhetoric and things like that. Like, he accuses him of flip-flopping. That is useless if you don't provide it with some facts. You can't just say, oh, he changes his positions with whatever year it is. No, what did he do? What years and what decision did he change? So McCain, I guess I wanted to like him because he's supposedly the most moderate of them, I guess. But that whole spectrum of where you are on the political scale is ludicrous. I think people's political views cannot be boiled down to a scale of 1 to 10. Romney, that's the thing. Unfortunately, I understand that we need someone who understands the finances and stuff, but in terms of attacks and defending himself, and if it was a man-to-man debate between McCain and Romney, I would have said Romney won, even though a big thing I disagree with him on is he was talking about McCain's campaign finance amendment or bill, whatever, saying that it's limiting free speech. Now, I do not consider political contributions to be free speech. A donation is not speech, you're not speaking. An action, flag burning, that's kind of a statement that could be like an artistic expression, I guess, even. But contributing money to someone, for me, inherently, that creates a conflict of interest. One, so, you're making politicians more beholden to the people that gave them money than to, the rest of the citizenry, which is not the case. Clearly, they should be concerned about everybody. Political contributions are not free speech. I'm sorry. And it should be heavily regulated to avoid conflicts of interest. The other thing that really pissed me off, was that CNN was really running this debate. They did it very subtly, but if you watch it, each person in that debate got basically their percentage, their rough percentages in the last couple couple primaries. They clearly were not directing half as many questions at Huckabee, and I don't think any of them were direct. I don't think Ron Paul got any directed questions at him. It was all a question that he had asked somebody else that he had to respond to also. But he never originated any, or maybe in the beginning. But it's a way of CNN manipulating how these guys get their information out. And I guess maybe it is a time saver since we only have an hour and a half. And towards the end, I'm sorry, but I fast forward through Huckabee. Just because at this point, I know I'm not going to vote for him. I don't even want to, waste my time anymore. What do you mean at this point? I never would have voted for him. But yes, towards the end, I was fast forwarding through Huckabee's stuff. I gotta say, and I hate to sound goofy like this, but Ron Paul, man, the thing I really liked about his arguments was that everybody else seems to debate these points of current bills that are going on, which is good because it's an example of what the leader's doing now. But they get caught up in these semantical arguments of what it's like. Oh, if I said this on this day, maybe I can imply that it meant this. McCain, his tactics were really kind of not factually based. I feel like there's a lot of rhetoric and interpretation. Ron Paul, he references things like the Constitution and really looks at a broader historical sense of the United States, looking at these past decisions. Because Huckabee, everybody's talking about leaving Iraq with honor. Oh God, Iraq, that's a whole friggin' other video. But you know what, I'm just going to keep going because I think I'm on a roll. I shouldn't have jinxed myself. I'm not endorsing any candidate. I cannot endorse any candidate because I am an anarchist, so I will never endorse a candidate. I will vote, but I cannot get behind a candidate because at the end of the day, they are still all politicians. It's ironic that the more I trust what comes out of a politician's mouth, the less likely I am to believe him. Because it's too good to be true. But it was a pretty good Duke fest between McCain and Romney. Although, for my money, I believe that Romney was the better debater. But the Iraq War, man. Yeah, McCain was trying to establish that Romney supported a timetable for leaving. and all this stuff. And if him and Huckabee, everybody's talking about getting out of there with honor, you're leaving with honor. That's the same exact talk that Nixon used in the 70s. You know, peace with honor, leaving with honor. I said this many years ago now. We've been over there for a long time. I said this many years ago. But I just remember it was a very specific moment when I realized that, you know what, at this point, the longer we stay in Iraq, the worse off they're going to be in the long run, you know. Granted, if we were to leave right now, there would be a huge power vacuum and everything, all the bad things that they're saying, that's absolutely true. But still, even if we were to just leave and let that, you know, state of disorder run for a while, they will be better off by the end of it than if we stay longer. The longer we stay, the worse we're making it. We need to just leave right now. But of course, none of them are going to say that. And none of them want that, which is why I don't want any of them. Unfortunately, I hate the Democrats too. And you know why I'm pissed at you, Democratic Party. If I can take it away votes from people. Let's live in a democracy where people can't vote. Isn't that brilliant, you fucking imbeciles? All right. That is it for today. I don't know. I have class and work tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to talk about the Democratic debate. But I think this one has been pretty rich. So I'll see you next time.